found not guilty on all counts for all three former MPD officers. Tadarius Bean, Justin Smith, and Demetrius Haley all faced several counts, 7 charges in total each of them getting a not guilty verdict on each count. I'll just go back through some of this here real briefly for you for a second in case you missed a little bit of it. Tadarius Bean, not guilty. All 3 former MPD officers found not guilty of second-degree murder, found not guilty of aggravated assault and acting in concert. I want to go through this with you again. Found not 3 on count 3, which was aggravated kidnapping and bodily injury. Again, not guilty on count 4, which was aggravated kidnapping with a deadly weapon. On count 5, which was official misconduct, which was unauthorized excessive exercise of official authority, found not guilty. Another unofficial misconduct count, which was count 6, again, not guilty. And then count 7, official oppression, not guilty. So all 3 former MPD officers getting not guilty verdicts on each of the 7 counts that they faced in the state trial in the death of Tyre Nichols. Not guilty on all 7 counts.
Peace, family. Welcome back to the Grassroots, where we keep it 100 and cut through the noise and speak truth to power. Today we got a heavy one. We diving into the gut punch that just hit the black community, talking about the acquittal of the officers who beat Tyre Nichols to death. Yeah, you heard that right. Acquitted. This ain't just a story. This is a slap in the face to every black person in this country fighting for justice, in my opinion. So buckle up, because we about to unpack this with no filter. Let's get it. For those of you that need a refresher, let's talk about Tyre Nichols, a 29-year-old black man, a FedEx worker, a father, a son, a human being, for God's sakes. On January 7, 2023, in Memphis, Tennessee, Tyre was pulled over, allegedly for reckless driving, a claim that the Memphis police chief later said had no evidence to back it up. Now what happens next? 5 black officers, Tadarius Bean, Demetrius Haley, Justin Smith, and Emmett Martin III, Desmond Mills Jr., they all yanked him out of his car, pepper sprayed him, tased him, and when he tried to run for his life, they caught him and continued to beat him. They punched him, kicked him, beat him with a baton, all while Tyre cried out for his mother just steps away from his home. Kind of reminds you of somebody, right? Check this out. 3 days later, Tyre died in the hospital. The whole world saw this on video. Body cam, street cameras. It's undeniable. These officers didn't just violate policy, they violated humanity. They beat a man to death for running for his life, for just existing. And what happened? On May 7, 2025, 3 of these officers, Bean, Haley, and Smith, walked free, acquitted of all charges, including second-degree murder. Now let that sink in. They're still facing federal charges of witness tampering and for Haley, civil rights violation causing bodily injury. But the state said, nah, y'all good on that. The state of Tennessee did that. This is the system telling us that black lives clearly don't matter. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump, who represented Tyre's family, called this a devastating miscarriage of justice. He said the world watched as Tyre Nichols was beaten to death by those sworn to protect and serve. And he's right. We watched it, we felt it. Every punch, every kick, every scream for his mom. We heard that, we saw that. And now the system says not guilty. This ain't justice, this is a clear betrayal. Tyre's death sparked protests across the nation. From Memphis to Boston, black folks and allies hit the streets demanding accountability. The Justice Department even launched a 17-month investigation into Memphis PD, finding that they used excessive force and overly targeted black people in a city full of black people. I mean, but what's good? What good is a report if the courts is just going to let the killers and the offenders walk? 2 officers, Martin and Mills, took plea deals, admitting guilt on federal charges. But the 3 who went to trial, I mean, they out. They acquitted on the state level. Let's talk about the anger that's in the black community right now. I mean, I'm seeing it on social media. I'm hearing it in the streets. You know, one post said this is worse than George Floyd, but nobody cares because the officers were right. Another called our justice system, you know, just a joke. I don't think they're wrong at this point. The black community is fed up. I mean, we fatigued too. We tired of watching our brothers and sisters die. Tired of the same old script. Somebody post a viral video. We protest. People send thoughts and prayers. And then nothing, no accountability, no change, just trauma. And let's not miss this. Those officers were black. But that don't change the game. The system they work for, the Memphis PD, was built to oppress. The Justice Department report said clear, Memphis police used illegal traffic stops, excessive force, and they targeted black folks. These officers, black or not, were foot soldiers for a system that chews up black people and spit them out. Don't let the narrative fool you. This ain't about race amongst the officers. It's about a system that protects its own while we bury ours. Remember this guy? Rodney L. Hinton? You see, he decided to take things into his own hands and change the narrative. Something I like to call a perfect example of, I'm not a killer, but don't push me, if you ask me. Let's move on. Tyre's mother, Ravon Wells, and his stepfather, Rodney Wells, have been fighting through their grief. You know, they call the federal convictions a step, but this acquittal on the state level, I mean, this is a knife in their heart. To every black person watching, I know you feel this too. I know you feel some type of hopelessness, some type of sadness, anger, maybe even a little depressed, definitely some rage. The feeling, you know, that no matter how loud we scream, nobody's listening. But hear me out on this. We can't stop. We got to keep pushing. We got to organize. You know what I mean? And we got to hold these institutions to as much accountability as we can. Tyre's death cannot be in vain. So what now? What we do now? We don't just sit here and take it. You know, guys, share this video out. At least share this video. Share all Tyre's videos. Talk about Tyre Nichols. Say his name, support his family, organize in your community. Demand that that on the federal level we get some type of justice. You know, and that's set for later this year. And you know, don't let the system make you feel powerless, man. We the grassroots, man, the backbone of this fight. We gonna keep Tyre's name alive for sure. All right. And that's it for today, family. That's all I got for you. This one hurts, but we don't bend and we don't break. We fight. We do what we have to do to press on. We've been doing it for years, and I ain't scared, y'all. And y'all shouldn't be either. For real. I mean, so subscribe, hit that notification bell, and join the grassroots movement, man. For our people, keep moving, keep pressing. And it's just peace and black power, y'all. Straight up, man. And we out.